Hi. Thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. I'm really enjoying the season so far. I want to see the last ones and find out what happened. I'm gonna wait now. Um,
Yeah, thank
so
you.
so obviously this season isn't, just about a murder like the last season. Can you kind of talk about that and sort of what the overarching mystery, I guess, is for the season? Just kind of tease that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think season one was about a murder that these four kids didn't commit and were being accused of, and they really had to fight to prove their innocence. And season two is about a killing that they did commit. And so it's a little darker, it's a little twistier, and they're trying to cover that up, and they find out at the end of season one that someone knows what they did. So it's both about, the mystery isn't who killed Jake. We know that Murder Club killed Jake. The mystery is who knows, and how far is this person going to push them, and how far will they go to cover up what they did.
All right. Now, season two is not really, is it? I mean, it sounds like maybe it's somewhat based on the second book, but not, it's different characters. I haven't read it. I apologize, but
No, it's actually, we totally are off on our own. So the Karen's second book, which is fantastic, jumps forward a couple years, takes on new characters, and we just really wanted to stick with these kids and stick with the story we were telling. So we're kind of off on our own, telling a new Murder Club story.
how do you balance, and not just, doing a different story for season two, but in general, how do you kind of balance what you pull from the book versus what you're adding of your own into the story and into the characters?
It's a great question. I think for season one, we knew we loved the book. First of all, everyone in the writers' room was such a fan, and knew that the book had this huge, really like excited, passionate fan base. So it was really important to us to know that those were going to be fans of the show and deliver a story that had the same heart as the book. And I think people who love that book really love the characters. So staying true to kind of the heart of those characters was really important to us. But also TV's a longer form, and we knew we needed more twists and turns, and we needed more characters, and we needed more surprises, so that people that read the book weren't just getting a different version of the same story. So, I think it's the balance of like, what is the core and what is the heart and what makes people love this book so much, and what can we do to give them more content and more excitement, and uh, surprise them.
Was there anything in particular, though, that in adapting it, like anything that was really difficult or problems you kind of ran into on that aspect of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing was that the book is really is a closed story. Like in the book, they find out who killed Simon, and the story sort of, in the mystery is over. And we knew, first of all, we knew we wanted to change the ending in terms of Simon's death. We wanted it to someone to have really killed him, and not for him to have done it himself. And in doing that, we knew we were giving ourselves the chance to open up a new mystery, and make that murder a big part of the first season and launch us into season two.
Now, in season one, they're sort of just becoming friends, I guess. But in
Yeah.
this season, obviously they're already close, even if they're trying to kind of stay apart. But how
Mhm.
important do you think in just, I don't know, getting through this? Like, how important is the friendship, but also the trust? Because obviously there's some moments where, maybe they're not all on the same page.
Yeah, it's really important. And you're right. I mean, it's not until the end of season one that they start to really be friends. And I mean, and they're not like great friends. They don't know each other that well. Um, and so season two, it is like they're still sort of exploring, like, what does it mean to be friends with these people who are like they're all so different and they come from such different sort of backgrounds and social groups. And so exploring those friendships is a big part of season 2, and figuring out, are they going to trust each other? Like, can they trust each other to protect this huge secret? We in episode 2, they reference the prisoner's dilemma, which is exactly what they're in, right? Like, if one of them, if they're not going to trust each other, the first person to tell the truth is gonna get the best deal. So they're definitely all looking at each other's side.
Right. Now, obviously, you're not in the show, but which character do you kind of connect the most with, and why?
I think there's a little bits of each of them, but if I'm being honest with myself and with you, I think I'm a real Bronwyn. I was a real overachiever. I still am a bit of an overachiever and perfectionist, and maybe a little bossy.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. And like I said, I'm really looking forward to seeing the end of the season.
Thanks so much.
Thanks. Have a good day.
Thanks, Jamie. You too.
Bye bye.